Hi everyone, it's Brian. How are you? Happy Monday. Let me just turn the volume up on this phone to make sure everybody can hear me. There we go. So hopefully you guys can hear me. I just wanted to kind of come live quick, just to kind of make dinner. And I, like you, I sometimes forget to take things out of the freezer and let them defrost. So I'm in the same boat, today. I just kind of got busy doing stuff around the house yesterday. I forgot to take something out for dinner today. So, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use our new product. It's the Quick Cooker. I absolutely love this. And I know cooking with pressure cookers sometimes scares people. There's been some issues with that, in the past. I rest assured, ours has all kinds of safety features on it so that ultimately you cannot get hurt, okay? But basically what I'm going to make here is a 15-minute chili. And I'm actually starting with frozen beef. I know, that's like unheard of, right? But basically what I have here is I have about 1.5 pounds, maybe a little over 1 pound of frozen beef. It's 80%, 20%, fat to meat ratio. And all I'm going to basically do is I'm going to kind of take the top off the Quick Cooker. It's speaking to me. It's telling me it's plugged in. It makes all kinds of funny noises. It's like going to Star Wars. I'm just going to kind of put that aside, okay? And I'm going to take the block of frozen meat, and I'm just going to kind of put it at the bottom of the pan. Simple as that, okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of beef stock. You can use water. I just always have beef stock or chicken stock or veggie stock in the house, so that's what I'm using. You can kind of mix it up a little bit and use any kind of tomato paste or sauce that you want. I happen to just have some leftover barbecue sauce, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to just kind of dump that in there. You're going to watch how easy this really comes together, okay? Get rid of these two. And then I have 2 cans of red kidney beans, and all I did was just kind of drain them, rinse them off because you want to kind of get the protein they've been sitting in off. I'm going to dump those in, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 onions. Now, in terms of how you cut the onion, that's entirely up to you. I tend to like the onions a little bit chunkier in stew or chilies, so I'm going to just leave them kind of good size. I'm not going to basically, chop them down really fine or anything like that. I had 1/2 onion left over from yesterday that I had in the fridge, and I knew I was going to use that today at some point for something. I wasn't sure what, so I didn't really kind of store it the right way, but I'm just going to kind of dice these up. Okay? And then I'm going to kind of just chunk them really quick. I mean, it doesn't have to be specific, okay? And I'm going to just kind of throw those right in because ultimately they're going to fall apart and soften up when they cook, okay? I love this Quick Cooker. I mean, it's just amazing. You can do so many different things in it. In this case, I'm making chili, and it's going to be done in 15 minutes. And I started with frozen beef, okay? You can use stew meat. Obviously, you can use defrost. If you actually did it from defrosting the meat, or the meat was defrosted, I should say, it would actually only take about 10 minutes. But I got to allow extra time because I'm actually starting with frozen meat, okay? So I have the onions. Normally I would add pepper to it, but I'm going to be honest, tomorrow's my shopping day and I didn't go shopping today. So there you go. Easy as that. Uh, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a can of diced tomatoes. Okay. I love our can opener. It's amazing. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see. Where do I need to go to so you guys can see the can opener? I'm seeing these messages. Let me see if you can you guys see this can opener. It's amazing. It just goes right on the top. Okay. You're going to turn it like this. You hear it click, and then you know you kind of went around once. There you go. And then ultimately the cover comes right off. And there's no sharp edges. Now this I'm going to drain because there's a lot of liquid in there already. So I just have our smallest mesh colander over a bowl. Okay. Just kind of draining that a little bit. Okay. And you want to kind of just get most of the juice off. Okay. Now, here's my recommendation. I know this sounds weird, but here's my recommendation. When you drain these tomatoes, any kind of canned tomatoes, that juice that you get right there, that's tomato juice. So I would put it in the refrigerator. If you like tomato juice, add this to your Bloody Marys, things like that. Freeze it in ice cube trays or herb freezing trays, so you have it to add to soups and stuff like that. Okay, we're going to just add those in. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to add some spices. You can add chili rub, you can add cumin, you can add things of that nature. But I'm going to be honest with you, I shortcut when I use chili, when I do chili, and I just put in a capful of our Pampered Chef Chipotle roll. 2 capfuls of Chipotle rub. That one's empty. Always have a backup. Okay. And each capful is a tablespoon and a half. Okay. And believe it or not, folks, that's chili. That's the whole thing. Now, you can add whatever you want to it. I'm going to kind of, serve it in bowls. I have some Italian bread I'm going to kind of toast, put that on top with some grated cheddar cheese. You can make it whatever you want. You can actually substitute the beef for turkey if you wanted a turkey chili. You can actually substitute the kidney beans for white beans. So you would have a turkey and white bean chili. Or you can eliminate the meat altogether and just have a vegetarian type of chili. If I was going to do that and I was going to do just vegetables, I would add some different vegetables to that as well. Maybe some carrots. I would still do the beans, but I would do things like celery. I would add peppers. More veggies obviously in there because we're meat eaters here. Sorry guys, for those of you who are not. But here we go. We're going to basically just kind of put the cover back on this. Okay. Now, it's talking to me again. Okay. Now, there's a couple of settings I could push on this. But because the beef is frozen, I'm going to customize the setting. So basically, all I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the custom button. It automatically shows up on 30. So I'm going to hit time. And then I'm going to go backwards. Oops. Let's try this again. Time. And then I'm going to minus. And we want to go down to 14 minutes. That's it. And we hit start. And what you're basically going to see here, just so you guys know, is you're going to see this kind of spinning of the light, of the circle and the light. And then once that circle is basically done, make sure that's down. Once the machine itself comes up to pressure, this little cap up here is going to pop up. Once that pops up, I can no longer open this cover. That's a safety feature it has in place. Once that pops up, then this will go to the 14 minutes. And it works its way back down. 14, 13, 12, 10, until it's done. Once it's done, we're going to manually release the steam by pushing this button. The steam actually goes away from you, so it doesn't come towards you. Okay? Another safety feature. And once all the steam is released, that red button will pop down. Then I can go ahead and remove the cover. Okay, so ultimately, 14 minutes later, we're going to have chili. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to make you guys wait. I'm going to come back on, and I'll post the finished either video or picture of the recipe when it's done. But by all means, you guys have got to kind of think about taking your cooking to the next level. I mean, 14-minute chili, you can't go wrong. 12-minute pasta dishes, soups, cakes, puddings, desserts, you name it, grains, rice. I mean, it's got all these little settings on it where you just push the button and forget about it, okay? And like I said, I mean, the great thing is it takes your cooking to a whole different level, and it allows you to kind of do things where it's simple process. And it comes with a great recipe book, so you guys will get that as well. But anybody's interested in kind of getting more information on the quick cooker, let me know. But like I said, I'll be back in about 15 minutes, and I'll show you what the finished version looks like. Okay? Thanks, guys.